Hey guys, welcome to another special episode. Today is another behind the box video with my aquarium box. Now, today we have the Freshwater and the Cichlid May 2017 boxes to unbox. Of course, you can always check us out at myaquariumbox.com. If you want to check out what's in the saltwater box, you can head over to Mass Aquariums on YouTube and check that out. And if you want to see what's in the boxes that are shipping in the UK and now all of the EU, go check out Michael Aaron's at Aaron's Aquarium YouTube channel to see what that's all about. All right, before we get into these boxes, it's important to note, if this is your first box, you are probably going to get something called the welcome box. And I'm happy to announce we have a new sponsor that we recently brought on board. And so if you're getting a box for the first time, you might see a product like this from Zoomed. Zoomed has come on as a new sponsor, and we're very happy to have them. Zoomed is probably best known for their reptile products. However, they've got a lot of really interesting aquarium products as well. The banquet block being one of them. It's basically a weekend feeder. So if you go away for a few days, you can still feed your fish. All right, enough of that. Let's get into these boxes so you can see what is inside. We are going to start this month with the Cichlid box. So here we go. As always, we have a few pieces of literature and brochures on top. First one is Universal Rocks. We have a coupon code to Universal Rocks. If you've been wanting to check out a 3D background from Universal Rocks, this coupon code will help you out in that. So definitely go check them out. The next is actually a flyer that we put in our own box. This is a coupon code for our recently launched e-commerce site. We just launched an e-commerce site on Shopify, and you can visit it by going to shop.myaquariumbox.com. And when you do that during the month of May, you can use the coupon code to get 15% off your order. We've got all kinds of great stuff on there. We've got aquascaping supplies. We've got some products that you've seen in past boxes that you might want to reorder. So definitely go check that out. And we even have a few leftover boxes from past months. So definitely a good thing to check out there. All right, next up is the scorecard. This is what you'll find in every box, which lists all of the products that are included. And on the back, it lists all of the sponsors. So thank you to all of our sponsors. We couldn't do this without their support, so make sure to thank them as well. On the front, we have a few ways to win. You can do an unboxing video just like this, post it to YouTube with the hashtag MyAquariumBox in the title for a chance to win a big prize from Marineland. Marineland has been an amazing sponsor for My Aquarium Box, and they continue to be. So if you want to win a big prize from Marineland, all you have to do is get yourself a My Aquarium Box and shoot an unboxing and put it on YouTube. Another way to win a free box is just to take a picture of the contents of your box, snap that, post it on our Facebook page, and let us know what you loved about your My Aquarium Box. All right, last thing on the bottom is the small business spotlight. We like to highlight another small business every single month to let you guys know who else is out there and what they're selling. You know, this hobby is all about finding new companies to buy from and see what they're all about. So this month it is Disco Bee, and they have a lot of shrimp and shrimp accessories. So you can definitely go check them out. And if you do that this month, you get a coupon as well. So very cool. All right, we're gonna jump right into the items in the Cichlid box. The first is actually right on top, and it fits very nicely on the top of the box. And this is just a poly filter pad. It's blue in color, and it does fit nicely inside the box. We would have given you a bigger piece if we had a bigger box. So this is really the largest size piece we could give you, but it's a nice thing to have for a number of different reasons. If you have a canister filter, this is a very easy thing to cut to size and insert into a canister filter, or a hang-on back filter, same thing. Great stuff to have laying around. You know, if you have a like a sump that has a trickle tray or something like that, this might be something that you want to put in there to catch some of that heavy debris. It's also something that I like to use in combination with another product in the Cichlid box, which is this aquarium scrubber from JW Pet. This is a 10-inch desktop aquarium scrubber, and this is by far my favorite handheld aquarium scrubber or scraper that's on the market. It's really easy to use. It's got the soft rubber ergonomic handle to it. You can hang it up. It's got the little loop built in, and the pad itself, I believe, works on both glass and acrylic. So that's a nice thing to have. If you have glass and acrylic aquariums and you don't want to be bothered by, you know, accidentally scraping one or the other, you just get something like this and it works for both and you're all set. Now, these things wear out after a while because it's got this pad that's built into it. But if you take a piece of poly like this, you can actually wrap that over the head of that scraper, that scrubber, and just rubber band it in place. And if you do that, you can get away with cleaning your tanks for another couple weeks with a pad like this. And then, you know, you can toss it out, get another one, and put it on top. So if you want to preserve the pad that's already there, or if it's already worn out but you don't want to throw it out, it's still a good handle, you can use something like this to keep on going. So very cool product there. All right, next up is Fluval Aqua Plus water conditioner. This makes your tap water safe. There's a number of different brands of water conditioners on the market. This one happens to be sold by Fluval. I personally have never tried this one out, so I'll be excited to try this out as well. It removes chlorine and chloramines and neutralizes toxic metals. It coats your fish's scales so it, you know, soothes them if there's you know, any stress involved with them, especially, you know, when you're doing a water change. Sometimes they can get stressed out. Sounds like a very interesting product from Fluval, so definitely check them out. So we've got a 4 fluid ounce bottle of that. You can never have too much water conditioner. Next up is a product called a Metroplex, and this is from Seachem. This is sort of a you know, like a preventative treatment, antibacterial disease sort of treatment for your cichlids. And you know, if you've kept cichlids before, you know that sometimes they come in with stuff. Sometimes you want to treat them, you know, to make sure they don't have anything when they come in. And Metroplex seems to be one of the ones that people are always talking about. So if you haven't tried it, or if you need it, and or if you just want to have it in case you're going to need it, there you go, you've got it. Next up is a product from Your Fish Stuff. This is a seafood formula, and this is a limited ingredient food, and it says it's 3 millimeters. It's a sinking stick type food, and that's good for basically any of your cichlids, especially the sort of like the omnivore type cichlids will enjoy this seafood formula from Your Fish Stuff. It's only been out for a couple months, and I've already heard people have said really nice things about it. So there you go. Next up is a product which has gotten some mixed reviews, but I think it's something that's pretty cool, pretty exciting. Now, on the surface, an empty jar might not be very exciting. However, if you have a lot of aquariums, if you have a lot of fish foods, even my aquarium box, you do have a lot of fish foods, you're gonna need places to store them. And sometimes when you're buying food in bulk, it's easier to get containers like this jar and put your foods in those so that they're easier to access. A lot easier to screw the top off, take your food out, and then screw the top back on. If you've got 5 or 10 different types of foods that you like to feed, you know, variety is always good for fish and fish foods. Get a bunch of these containers and you can have all of those fish foods lined up, ready to go in your fish room. It's not groundbreaking, it's not worth $1 million, but it is a good idea for your aquarium and for your fish. So if you haven't done it before, this is what it's all about. You get new products that you can try out, see how they work for you, and there you go. Last product in the Cichlid box is something that I am really excited about. This is a product from Universal Rocks, and it is a plastic plant. Now, this is the first time in I think 17 months that we've featured a plastic plant. Most of the time we go with natural decor. We don't make it a habit to put plastic plants in my aquarium box. We like to keep it as natural as possible. However, this one is a little bit different from Universal Rocks, and I thought it was worth checking out and letting you guys check out as well, because it's an interesting idea and it's also an interesting product. So what is it? It's sort of three parts. The bottom part is sort of a rigid shell, and that is like the Universal Rocks epoxy coating, or like plasticized coating. So that itself is what you would see. That's what like your 3D backgrounds are made of if you buy Universal Rocks. The next part is the plastic plant itself, and it's sort of a grid shaped pattern, and it's a lot of different smaller plants that are placed together, and that is placed inside of basically a bed of epoxy resin. And so that has cured, and it sort of cemented the plants to the base, and the whole thing sinks to the bottom of your tank. So if you've got a tank with substrate, whether it's sand or gravel or whatever, this should look pretty cool, pretty realistic on the bottom of the tank. Now, if you're interested, you can probably make something like this yourself just by looking at it pretty closely and sort of mimicking what they have done. And if you're not into doing the DIY work yourself, you can obviously go directly to Universal Rocks with the coupon code I shared earlier and buy more of these if you like them and you want to fill your tank with them. If not, no harm, no foul. Give it to someone who's starting up a new fish tank. I'm sure it'll look great in their tank as well. All right, that is the Cichlid box. Let's move real quick through the freshwater box as well, so you can see what is in that one also. All right, freshwater box. We've got the same brochures in here, so we don't need to talk about that. We've got the scorecard here, and again, we've got the poly filter pad. We have a sample of shrimp food, and this was actually provided by Disco Bee, so definitely go check out Disco Bee and thank them for this sample of shrimp food, which is in the freshwater box. Cool stuff. It's probably difficult to find in your local store, so definitely good to see there. A few other products that are similar. We've got the plant again, minus the blue fuzzies. We've got the jar again, so we don't need to talk about that. Two products that are different, and this is really exciting. This is Export BioCubes by Brightwell Aquatics. And if you haven't checked this stuff out, you definitely need to, because it is basically the biologic filter material with the highest porosity on the market, and it's super light, not very dense at all, because it's basically all open pores for your biologic bacteria to colonize. So this stuff is a little fragile, a little delicate, and if you've got a lot of waste in your tank, these things can actually plug up pretty quickly. So what you want to do is make sure you have good mechanical filtration before you use these, to make sure that the water that's passing through them is relatively clean of any debris, so that these don't plug up. But this right here, 250 milliliters, is, and I think there's, you know, like 20 to 25 cubes in this. It treats up to 100 gallons in terms of biologic filtration. So I mean, can you imagine running a 100-gallon tank with just this amount of biofiltration? It's kind of crazy. So if you're looking to get away with a smaller filter but have just as much basically biologic surface area for your bacteria, something like this is definitely the way to go. So check out Brightwell Aquatics and their Export BioCubes if you want to design a super high-tech, super efficient fish filter. All right, next up is something that I never really thought about until I ran into it, and it is the Fluval LED lens cleaning kit. So if you have LED lights, or if you have lights at all on top of your aquariums, one thing that happens pretty quickly is that those lights will start to dim, whether, you know, there's you know, just dust that's gathering on those lenses, or whether it's, you know, something that's getting kicked up from your water in your aquarium, like limescale buildup or salt buildup or whatever else. The efficiency of your light and the amount of light that's actually entering your aquarium goes down over time if you don't clean those lights. So this is a neat little kit designed by Fluval, which includes the cleaning solution itself and a microfiber cloth, so you can clean those LEDs and keep them as bright as possible so you get the most light in your aquariums. And honestly, a kit this big should probably last you forever. So it's something that you'll have, something that you can continue to use, and hopefully you find that helpful as well. All right, last up is a product by AgCore, and this is your run-of-the-mill spirulina wafer. So it's been, like I said, it's like 17 months, and I don't think we've put a spirulina wafer in my aquarium box yet. So pretty exciting to see. You know, pretty basic fish food, but it's something that everyone can certainly use. So I hope you found that helpful. That is the Freshwater box, my aquarium box. If you want to check us out, again, go to myaquariumbox.com and learn a little bit more and subscribe. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys later.